So last video was all the books that BookTok recommended to me that I did not like. This video is all the books that I did like and 2 bonus books that I think should definitely be on BookTok. The majority of these books are actually series. There are a couple standalones, and I will tell you which ones are standalones, but for the most part, they are series. So we're just gonna dive right in. Move over! Okay, thank you. So the majority of these books are the ones that I read last year, but I'm also lumping the ones that I have read this year into this because why not? So starting off, very strong, book number 1. This got me out of a 2 to 3 year reading slump. And then after I read this, I was emotionally wrecked by this. I went on to read 9 more books last year in January alone. So this, really good. And I'm gonna lump it with this one because this sequel just came out in February. I do think it dragged in some places, but I really love that she added Tharian's point of view. And we're just not gonna talk about that ending. So, love these chunky books. Also read this in the month of January, and it's so freaking cute. I can't remember anything about it. Kind of. It wouldn't make sense if I explained it to you, but it is so cute. It's a really good afternoon read. It's a very good palate cleansing read. It's so cute. It's sad I don't remember much about it. Next one. Oh, you can't even stop. That better? That's better. That's aggressive. It is a trilogy. It has 2 other books in it, and I really liked it. It was a little young for me because of teenagers whining and pining over each other and not communicating. Teenagers. Afterwards, 6 of Crows Zoology. It's so good. This is a lot more mature than Shadow and Bone. It doesn't follow the events of this book. It happens afterwards. So Netflix did make this into a show. I think they're gonna push the 5 books together. However, in the books, the events, they don't happen at the same time. The events in this book happen after this one, but they are making the storyline go together. That way all the stories are told. So, I mean, it's fine. My one qualm about the show is the freaking price tag that Kaz accepts to go get Alina, because in this book, it's 40 million Kruge to do what they do, and then he only accepts $1 million for this one. No, I don't see that happening. No, but there is a second book to this one. I like this one better. I'll never forgive Leigh Bardugo for what she did in Crooked Kingdom. I will never forgive you for that. I can't. Those 5 books, and then oh, the glare. Oh, okay, there goes. Because listen, this book happens after all of this book happens after these 2, and it does have a second book as well. It follows Nikolai. I would burn this world and the next for Nikolai. And I know what you're thinking, that is a lot for a fictional character. Honestly, it's not enough. My love for Nikolai, freaking love him, and it follows his story and Zoya's actually. So I love the Grisha universe. These are some of my freaking favorites. Oh my god! It is a Hades and Persephone retelling, whatever. It's Hades and Persephone. It's actually them. It's not like a trope or anything. It is the trope, but you know what I mean. Hades and Persephone are actually the characters in the story. It's in a more modern setting. Persephone is a journalist, and she has to do the story on Hades. We all know what happens. Like, it's the Hades and Persephone trope, and it's spicy. Yes. So she does have several books in this like series. Anything that has a touch of in the title is Persephone's point of view, and everything that has a game of in the title is Hades' point of view. A lot of the events do line up in both stories, and then there are other events that aren't in the same book. You know, you're reading about Persephone and like, what the hell is Hades doing? Now we know. And A Game of Retribution actually comes out at the end of May, and I'm ready for it. I have no idea what that sound was, and I apologize. But she has 3 books of Persephone's point of view out now, A Touch of Darkness, Ruin, and Malice. And then she has A Game of Fate and A Game of Retribution comes out at the end of May. So, love these, they're so good. The next one should be painfully obvious. Of course this is on the list. Of course I love this book so much. If you're watching this on my TikTok, y'all already know. Y'all already know. If you're watching this on my YouTube, go to my TikTok and you will understand my love for this book. It's so good. So it has 4 novels and a novella to it. So good. My favorite book of the series is Mist and Fury, the 2nd book. Mwah! I love it. And this collector edition one is muy bueno. You see that? Oh my god, the struggle bus is taking me prisoner. That was not a cute face. I really love this next one. It is so freaking cute. I do like the 2nd book more than the 1st. The 1st one is in the point of view of the older sister, Scarlet, and she's a worrywart. Like, she's all trepidatious and hesitant and just, oh my god, what? I can't deal with that. But the 2nd book is from her little sister's point of view, Donatella, and she is a freaking wildfire. She is a freaking train. What is it? She's a freaking getaway train going off the tracks, and I am here for it. I love it. And then the 3rd book is a dual point of view, and that's great. Now these next 2 books I'm actually going to put together, and it's not because they are by the same author or have the same trope or on same theme. No, they are very different. I'm putting them together because I read them in the same day. And no, I'm not bragging about reading 2 books in one day because they're like 250 pages each, so it was very easy. So this one, you're kind of supposed to go into it near blind. Won't give it away at all. I didn't see anything about this book coming. Really didn't. I was very surprised. And then reading the reviews, people are like, oh my god, I saw that coming from a mile away. I'm like, well, I'm nearsighted, so of course I didn't see it coming. I mean, thoroughly enjoyed this book. But make sure you check the trigger warnings. Check the trigger warnings. I'm not joking. Check them. Second book that I read in the same day. Oh, it's the Hades and Persephone trope. It's so freaking cute. I couldn't deal with it. And there is some spiciness in it as well. It's pretty tame comparatively to other books. A little bit of mafia thrown in there. I thoroughly enjoyed this. It was really cute. Another one, I don't remember much about this book, but I remember really enjoying it. It's a little bit of a ghost story with some magical circus in it. It's not a circus. They go through like a door and go to another realm, and they have parties. Yeah, that sounds right. Let me just recommend you the books and completely effing forget what they're about. Let me just do that real quick, okay? There you go. That's it. But I remember liking it. You know what? Just because I don't remember every little detail that goes on in a book means I might be dumb, but it's fine. I have never wanted to be a character more, with the exception of Farah, than Evelyn Hugo. I want to be her so bad. Listen, me and her, we have a flat ass. But I don't have the tiggle bitties like she does. You know, that's fine. It's just the cards that life dealt me. This is amazing. It switches point of view. Not that much, actually. It goes from like a today where a journalist is actually interviewing Evelyn Hugo, and then it goes back in time to Evelyn's rise to fame. Yo, she fucking smart. Oh my God, you think you're seeing all of her, but no. She is only letting you see what she wants you to see. But she's making you think that you're in control when in reality, she's in control. And if that ain't a boss-ass bitch, I don't know what is. Read it. Oh my God! I forgot a book. Let me just, hold on. That was a lot. That's the wrong book! No! author that wrote Hades and Persephone, but this, not in that universe. Not the same people, not the same universe, nothing. This is a vampire romance book. And I don't really read vampire romance novels. I read Twilight back in the day, and I am totally team the guy who almost killed Bella with the truck. That's whose team I'm on. I actually like the vampire story in this. Hell yeah, this is a good one. Dude, Scarlett St. Clair, she can write anything, and I'm gonna buy all of her books. Like, it's not even a question. Starting off this year, this trilogy is amazing. It's very high fantasy. It's in the adult fantasy section. Bro, assassins, murder. Could you even ask for more? No, you really can't. Next to no spice in it. And I say next to because there is a couple of scenes, but it's whatever. But I actually enjoyed the assassinating. Is that a word? It's a word now. I like the murder more than the sex, which is actually very on brand for me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Focus! Really great trilogy. It is a pretty long series, but I mean, I think that's good. The world building, it's actually very grand, and over time, it's not everything all at once. It shows you along the way. And with the footnotes, helpful with that world building. Helpful with the world building. Y'all, I'm so glad BookTok recommended this one. There's a lot more murder than sex. That's what we're here for. This next one is super spicy. It was all over spicy BookTok. It's spicy. And Ashley, shut up. You enjoyed it just as much as I did. I'm just not ashamed of it. Nope. It's so... There's a reason why Penelope Douglas is taking over Spice Talk. There's a reason for it, okay? It's fine. Oh, it's actually... I should probably tell you a little bit about it. It's about this girl whose parents, spoiler alert, dies, and so she has to go and live with an estranged step uncle that she literally has never heard of before. She goes from California to Colorado, and in the winter in their town in Colorado, where they're living on top of the mountain, it gets snowed out and the roads get very dangerous. So they are holed up in that house all winter. 3 hot men and 1 pretty girl. But the brother who doesn't talk, his trauma, that brought a tear to my eye. That was sad. But the ending is nice. That one scene's very nice too. Okay, I'll stop. It's fine. This next one is hands down the prettiest book that I own. Look how gorgeous that is. Holy hell. It's a YA fantasy. It did feel pretty young for me, but I actually like the story. I'm remembering little bits and pieces about it, so I can't really tell you that much. I'm very sorry about that again. However, I liked it. It was really sweet. I'm not excited per se, but I'm the next one. Let's see how that one goes, because sometimes the second book is better than the first. Cute read. But look at that. Just look at that cover. I wish I was that skilled. Damn. So this is the last BookTok book, and then we have those 2 bonus books. But this is the last BookTok book that was recommended. The fact that Stuart doesn't like this book is baffling. I genuinely thought Stuart would like this book because it's so freaking cute, and he doesn't like it. He's cynical. I think that's what it is. But it's so... I didn't think I'd like it either, to be quite honest with you, but it's so freaking cute. And I absolutely love Lucy. He is the best kid. And this is about a social worker in a magical... It's not a magical realm. They're just magical beings in the world. It's one of the reviews said it's 1984 meets Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. So there's magical beings in this world, and the social worker has to go to this orphanage that nobody else really goes to because it has 6 special kids in it. And these 6 special kids, like, they're there for like various reasons. Yo, Lucy, I freaking love him. In one of the scenes, he's like, I'll unleash the locust plague. And then like the master is like, not without direct supervision, you can't. And the social worker's like, the kids are so freaking cute. Oh, I really liked it. And I actually bought his second book, Under the Whispering Door, recently. They're not the same thing. It's different characters, it's different things. But I really, oh, I can't. I love it. Oh, I love it. All right, so for the 2 bonus books that I think should be on BookTok because they are incredible, in my own personal opinion. Remember that? I found this just perusing through Amazon's books, and the synopsis kind of captured my attention. I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a try. It's fine. Yo, I'm so glad. It's about this young woman who, she doesn't have to work, but she does because she doesn't want to rely on her family money, and I totally understand that. So she's working as a seamstress, and this guy comes in, and he needs a repair for, he needs a seamstress to do her job, right? And he's rude and he's brash about it, and she calls him out on his shit, and he's like, oh, do I like this? Oh, I think I do. Oh. Like, you get plopped into the story. Like, there is no like gradual easing. No, you're just like dropped, and you're just like, what? But I like that. It was really good. And the male protagonist, strong Nikolai vibes. Not the same, but strong, similar vibes. Come to find out, he has a curse on his family. I don't want to say anything else. I need to reread it. It was my favorite standalone book for a little while until... No, it's my favorite standalone book. It goes this one, House in Cerulean Sea, and 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I like this book, and if you guys don't like it, that's absolutely fine. I want to put a book or 2 on BookTok because I think it needs to be said. This was so freaking cute. Oh. God, when words fail. The last book I'm going to talk about is my last bonus book. Oh my God. So technically this book is the first 3 novels of the Tarzan series in just one like singular book. The first 3 novels are Tarzan of the Apes, The Return of Tarzan, and The Beasts of Tarzan. Got this at a Barnes & Noble in Utah like 5-ish years ago, and I haven't seen it since. I've been to other Barnes & Noble since, and I haven't seen it. Maybe they have it online, maybe they don't. And I go through like their fiction section, their fantasy section, and I don't even see Edgar Rice Burroughs on their shelves. And it might just be my local Barnes & Noble, but I haven't seen them. Yo, I almost failed a college class because I wanted to read this more than study. And the fact that I haven't read it, I didn't read it beforehand, is just sad. And it really should be on, it really should be on BookTok because there's adventure in the great white somewhere, and it's freaking Tarzan. And Clayton isn't really the bad guy like in the Disney retelling, because this is not like this is not like the Disney retelling at all. I mean, there's some like overlap, but obviously Disney's for kids, so they're gonna like downplay it a little bit. But damn, this is so good. I highly recommend this one. So, with the exception of 2 of these books, these are all the BookTok books that were recommended to me that I actually enjoyed. I either liked the trope, the storytelling, the writing style, all of that jazz, and I kind of fell in love with them. And I am so sorry that I forgot some of I'm sorry I just forgot what happened in the books. I'm so sorry, but it's been forever since I've read them, and I've read other stories since. So, but I do recommend these books, and check trigger warnings too. Do that, please. Hey.